Hi there, I'm Christine, the Gemini Stitcher, and welcome to my YouTube channel. How are we all doing today on this not so sunny day in Lancashire? I'm in my sewing shack and I've just bobbed on to discuss a new challenge that's started for April called Sew April Blouse. It's being run by Cloth Edit and the Yorkshire Sew Girl over on Instagram, and you've got the whole of April to post your blouse creations. So I've bobbed on to give you a bit of inspiration and let you know what I'm planning on making as my entries, and you might like to do the same. First off, this is not an entry, but I've put this blouse on because it is a beautiful blouse. It's stand up. Move my chair back a little bit. It's not a lot of room in here, but it's quite floaty. And I've made this in a cotton embroidered fabric and then done the yoke at the top and the cuffs in a matching linen. It's the Regalia blouse pattern from Sew House 7, one of their new releases, and I think it would be great as a Sew April blouse. Oh, I can't enter this. Gutted. Because I'm being honest, I made it in March and I entered it into the Sew Yellow for Endo competition. So this one can't be entered. So what am I thinking or hoping to create for Sew April blouse? Made a start on this first blouse option. It is the Ren Blouse by Chalk and Notch. I'll just pop an image of it up there so that you can visualize what it's going to look like. It's been made in a reversible cotton double gauze from Guthrie Garney. I know, I love their fabrics. So what I've done is tried to make it a little bit different. The Ren Blouse has a very nice low round neck collar, and then you stitch the facings down on the reverse. How neat is that? So that there's no flapping around inside your blouse, so to speak. Now, when I'm doing something like that, I'll just give you a little tip if you don't know already. You have to top stitch it on the outside and try to make sure you catch. You can see the facing on the inside at the same time. So I take a little bit more time and I get some contrasting thread and I do hand tacking along the line that I want to sew. And then I use that as a guide when I'm sewing, and then it all ends up sewn in, because there's nothing worse than missing it and then you've got to hand stitch it, and I'd hate hand stitching. So a little bit of hand tacking is better than a load of hand stitching in my book. Anyway, back to the blouse. So I've done one half in the small check and the other half in the large check, and then the lantern sleeves in this pattern mean that I can alternate the checks in the sleeves if you're following me. So that's what I'm planning on doing with that. I've got to get some buttons yet. I've got a few ordered from Textile Garden, and I'm hoping that one of the ones I've picked will match this blouse. So that's the first blouse that is definitely getting finished and entered into the competition. So if you fancy doing the Wren Blouse, I'll put the link below for the pattern. It is a good pattern because you can also make a dress with it as well. How stunning is that done as a dress? That's definitely on my list for my hauls. The next blouse I am definitely making for my hauls, and I may as well enter it into the Sew April blouse competition as well, is this Salto blouse with no sleeves, made in a lovely floaty white double gauze fabric. You see the little flowers, leaves on that. I'm going to make that blouse in this fabric for my holidays, and if it looks good enough, then it will get entered into the competition as well. So the Salto Blouse is a great stash buster. It only takes, just let me squint a moment, fabric. It's in French, so you'll have to bear with me. It doesn't even take a metre of fabric. So if you've got some cotton lawns, viscoses, double gauzes, anything that's a bit floaty, I think it will look great as these, and you can enter it into the competition. I am really tempted to make one in this. It's my new Guthrie and Garney fabric, and it's a limited edition fabric. Because it doesn't take a lot, I've got 3 metres of this and I want to make a nice dress or jumpsuit in it. But I reckon I'll get one of those tops as well. Very tempting. Very, very tempting to make a salto top in that fabric. The last blouse that I'm going to be trying to make. The other two are definitely being made. This one may not. It depends if I run out of time. But if I don't, I want to make the Maison Faux again, Tribeca Blouse. I'll pop some pics of them up. The stunning photos that they've made these in. Absolutely gorgeous. I want to make the dress as well. Maybe a little bit longer, but I do want to make that dress. I have got some fabric in mind, and it's this lightweight viscose linen in white and navy. And I think that that would look stunning done in the Tribeca blouse, because can you see these aren't just seams, they're used bias binding to create those little tucks down the front that follow through into the sleeve area as well. And this, it says if you're going to do that version, you need a fabric that presses well. That's definitely going to work. It's got linen in it, so it is going to press phenomenally well. And that's going to be the Tribeca blouse, or maybe even a dress. Don't know. But then if I do a dress, it's not a blouse, is it? And I can't enter it into competition. I know what I'll do. If I've got time, I'll make the blouse. If I haven't, I'll make the dress. Sorted. So they're my 3 choices of blouse for the Sew April blouse competition. So I hope you've all been getting lots of sewing done. I've had a weekend off. Naughty me. I've been away for a cheeky breakdown at our Anglesey holiday home because there was a cancellation. We let it out, but somebody cancelled last minute. So I spied the opportunity, as I do, and we went down there with the 2 dogs and had a lovely time. There's a really, really nice beach that goes for miles, and we had an amazing walk on the beach on Saturday in the sunshine with the dogs. They absolutely love it. But I'm raring to go now. I've got 12 days until I go on holiday. I've got some lovely blouse pattern ideas that I want to share with you. And without further ado, I better get cracking because I've got sewing to do as well. Lots and lots of sewing. Yay! So both of these Maison Faux patterns only come in paper format. I got mine from the Fold line, so I'll pop the link below and you can get them ordered. They only take a few days to arrive, so you will still have time to make your stunning April blouse. So April blouse with their size range, and they start from a UK size 6 up to a size 30. But as I've already said, you can't get them on PDF. They are hard copy patterns, but look how beautiful these envelopes are. They come with a lovely sticker on the back. It's quite heavy cardboard, and then the instructions inside are in a lovely reasonably easy to follow booklet. They are in French and in English. Thank goodness, because my French is not that good. But sometimes the translation into English is a little bit weird. But there's lots of pictures. And they do have a YouTube channel. I'll pop the link for you. And they do sew along videos, but again, they are in French. But sometimes you can follow along just by the visuals. So that's the Maison faux patterns that I'm going to use for 2 of my Sew April blouses. Wish me luck.